Question goes like this. If a man was interested in you and then over time connecting with you, amazing. Okay, so you guys have a great connection from the start. Okay. And even telling you that he likes you. Okay, so he's telling you that he likes you from the start. There's nothing wrong with somebody telling you that they like you. My issue would be is if their confession for how much they like you is too exaggerated and too fast too soon. When it's too fast too soon, too much emotions, too many confessions, freaking holding your hands and looking at you in the eye, like too much intensity too soon is a red flag, because first of all, you're not that lovable. I'm not that lovable. If somebody tells me they love me from the first time they see me, or they start confessing to me their deep and intense love, and you barely know me, you're not reacting to me, because trust me, if you know me, you know I am not confession worthy, okay? So don't let that get to your head. Slow them down whenever they try to speed it up. It always brings you power to slow things down. Telling you that they like you and they start acting distant and admits that he's not ready for anyone. So that shows you that what they really are is compulsive, right? They just do things out of compulsion. And you tend to take it seriously and you tend to believe it because you want to believe it. But the truth is, anytime somebody is acting like this, too fast, too soon, they're not reacting to you. They're reacting to their imagination. Admits that he is not ready to be with anyone and is honest about not being responsive to my messages. Yeah, he could be honest about not being responsive to your messages, but that doesn't make it an excuse. That doesn't make it an excuse. You have to respect me. You have to respond on time. I am not somebody that you just met in the streets and you're 50-50 about. If that's who I am, I don't want that. I guess what I'm asking is, what are the signs of a man who once he feels emotions and are becoming engaged with a woman, but due to not being ready for commitment, what are some signs he will now display? Let me tell you something. Let's try to get this, okay? There's no such thing as a guy who likes you and loves you and is not ready for commitment. Well, no, there isn't. Because when you love someone, there's never ready. You're always ready for love when you love someone. You're always ready for commitment when you like someone. It's when you don't like someone, you're not ready. It's how that works. But people could easily lie to you and tell you, baby, I love you and I have a deep bond for you, but I don't want a relationship because I'm not ready. Look at my bags. Look at my life situation. I work a lot. And because of that, I can't be in a relationship, but I still love you. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's a bunch of BS. When they like you, they're ready. It's just that simple. When they don't like you, they're not ready. It's just that simple. When they like you, they're ready for commitment. When they don't like you, they're not ready for commitment. That's just how that works, man. And it doesn't mean that they don't love you. Like, for example, I've dated women who I had extreme love for in terms of their personality, for real, like that is a possible thing, right? And with those people, I understand it's tricky, but there are some relationships where they genuinely love you as a friend, like like the relationships gets to that point where you got because every relationship has its stages. Some relationships have a hot stage and then it cools down into friendships. Some relationships start off really cold and then warm up over time. Every relationship has different phases and has unique qualities to it, right? But generally speaking, like when they want a commitment, they like you. When they don't want a commitment, they don't like you. That's how that works. Okay, so he feels his emotions are becoming engaged with a woman, but due to not being ready for a relationship or commitment, what are some signs he will display? So, okay, so what are the signs that he loves you, but is not ready for commitment? Well, when a man loves you, he will be, if you leave him, he's going to be sad. That's a real thing. When a man loves you, he's very detailed. He remembers the details about you. Like, he pays attention to the little things. He gives you thoughtful gifts. He doesn't take you for granted. He's consistently romantic with you, right? The only thing he doesn't give you is the commitment. But if he's telling you he's not ready for commit, but yet he doesn't pay attention to detail, doesn't pay attention to the little things about you, doesn't remember dates. You know, like he does everything but gives you the commitment. That's a real thing. Somebody can genuinely love you in that place, right? They want some space, but once you give them space, they come to you after you give them space. That could be a sign that he loves you but wants some space, right? Like, but okay, let's keep reading, man. Does this mean he will ever come back to you, especially if he stated he does feel how he feels about you? He openly admitted that he would want to be there for me and my child, but he doesn't have the means at this stage. Will he ever come back? Well, again, what are you saying? Are you saying that he left you? Okay, I'm assuming that you're saying that he left you. All right, guys always come back. That's a fact. In fact, sometimes you got to let them walk away, because sometimes when you let them walk away, something in their mind changes. Sometimes the memory he has of you becomes mystified, begins to develop a nostalgic film, right? Memories have that quality, right? That over time, memories, they change. They either change for the better or the worse. In other words, they either become more exaggerated in terms of how bad it was or how boring it was. But sometimes with our romantic partners, you become enshrined in their minds, and as time goes by, they tend to realize how great you were. If they didn't appreciate you, and if they took you for granted, over time their brain will show them how much they fucked up. You know, it's almost like when you with your parents, but then they die, and then you start to remember them in a way and start to realize how you took your parents for granted, right? That's kind of similar to that. That time will reveal to them what they missed out on you. So yeah, that might happen, but you have to let them come back to you. You can't be coming back to them. And it's always better if you leave them, because this process speeds up when they leave you. He openly admitted, and again, you see, you're focusing too much on words. He openly admitted, right? He admits another admission, like. Too many words. You're relying on too many words because the actions really are not as fondly as you want them to be. Would he ever come back? Yeah, I think he's going to come back. I'm obviously not waiting, but is there anything you recommend I do apart from giving him space? What else? What else do you want to do? What you got to do is meditate your butt. Meditate, because clearly waiting is hurting you. And meditation will make the waiting much better. Meditation will prevent you from making normal mistakes people make when they're waiting for someone to come back, you know. But these types of situations, the best thing you could do is let them walk away. That's the only way for them to change how they see you. Walking away and letting them leave. Yeah, like in my experience, this is the best thing anyone could do. If I'm the guy, right, the best thing that a woman could do is tell me to leave and to not see me again, right? That's the best thing. Simply because their brains will sort of like start to think of you more obsessively because you're the one that pushed them away. You know, and that's why I told you, know what you want and know what you don't want. And start to express those desires by pushing people away when they don't have those traits. And letting the people who have those traits come to you, letting them come to you. You see the key word, right? Letting them come to you. The only time you make an action, the only time you start moving your hands and feet is to only push them away. You never pull them towards you. You let them come to you. You just chill and let them come to you. If they like you and they see what they like what they see, they're gonna come to you. It's just that simple, man. You know? And always remember, after 2 or 3 months, if they don't want a relationship, you're not going to change their minds. People, you guys have no idea how consistently right this principle is. The 2 or 3 month rule. It's always right. Like, I'm not even kidding with you. It's always right. If they don't want a relationship after 2 or 3 months, it's not going to happen. So don't even try to force it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to email me questions like this for just $25 a month, you could go to Patreon and there you can ask me questions on Patreon, but also on YouTube. On my website, you can click in the description down below to purchase an email question, which will be posted like this, or a private one-on-one call where that is confidential and nobody finds out about it. Private one-on-one call You can book it on my website by clicking on the description down below. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 8, 19, and one is 14, 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.